Hi, this is Emily again from It's a Wonderful Wig. I am on a mission to help normalize wig wearing for women for fun, fashion, and freedom. Freedom from bad hair days, freedom from money at the salon, freedom from low self-esteem, freedom from frustration, and freedom from emotional turmoil, pain, and stress from hair loss. So here we are today. I want to talk to you today about how many wigs is too much, if there is such a thing. First of all, if you're wondering, I am wearing Jon Renau's Zara Lite. I just did a review on 3 Zara Lites that I have in 3 different colors. I will link that below. And this is the one most closest to my natural hair color. So, okay, let's talk about, and I'm holding my little Jon Renau comb because with this wig you tend to want to keep it spruced. All right, how many wigs is too much? So I've been asked that question before. I am a person who buys a lot of wigs, obviously. Many women buy a lot of wigs, and so I'm also going to do a video on wig addiction, which is a big and important topic. But first, let's just keep this a short, simple topic, if there is such a thing as short, because I talk a lot, which is how many wigs is too much. So I guess the first way I would answer that is, how many wigs is too much according to whom? According to you, according to society, according to your husband who might see the credit card bills, according to judgment by your peers, friends, your wig support groups. My opinion is, and we can break down these topics, so my opinion is how many wigs is too much is subject to the eye of the beholder. And so it's not really a clear and cut question you can answer. I like to answer the question, well, how many clothes? How many new clothing items is too much? How many clothes in your closet is too much? How many bras is too much? How many earrings is too much? How many headbands is too much? How many shoes is too much? I mean, we change our clothes every day. We change our undergarments every day. We often change our shoes, right? So, I have a flyaway. So, how would you answer that? How many clothes is too much? Is it too much when it doesn't fit in your closet anymore? Is it too much when you find you're not wearing a lot of them? How would you answer that question if you compare it to something like clothing? Because I support women in using hair for a fashion accessory to, bring about a joyful life. And also, of course, it solves a lot of problems. So how many wigs is too much? Really, there is no answer, and it's dependent on you. It depends on you. If you have the money, if you want to spend your time here on Earth, on this planet, adding to your wig wardrobe, then that is something you have a right to do. You're only going to be on this planet once. You might as well do what makes you happy, do what brings you joy. If you find it fun, if you like to use hair as a fashion accessory, if you can afford it, if you're doing well and you're not going into debt, which is what I'll talk about in my wig addiction video, you can buy as many wigs as you want. Now, if you have a partner that would want to come and blow up my channel with hate mail because I said that, because he's the one who pays the credit cards, well, let's just leave that to my wig addiction video, and maybe just don't mention that you watch this video. But what I'm saying is, I have no holds barred. I probably have 50 wigs, maybe 50, I don't know, I lost count. And I don't know that I would say I have a wig addiction. I think early on it can feel like a wig addiction. But I feel like I realize I have 15 skirts. I probably have 17, 20 sweaters. I probably have a dozen pairs of pants. I probably have 20 multiple set outfits, 30 blouses. So how can you quantify that? So as far as how many wigs is too much, I guess you could look at it it depends on your goal. Are you wanting to only have wigs that mimic what your natural hair looks like? Because you have hair loss and you don't want anyone to know you have hair loss, so you're going to work, or you're trying, you're trying to not fool people, but you're trying to not have anyone know you're wearing wigs and have them still think it's your natural hair, and that's the only reason you're doing it, then you probably only need a couple, because you're only doing it for cosmetic purposes, to cover, hair loss or alopecia, and you are in a job where you want people to still think you're wearing the same hair every day, and you don't want people to know you're changing your hair. You probably only need a few to rotate them out. You can, if you had Zara, for example, you could have this one, and then you could have one that's the same length in a similar color that is curly, and then you just tell people, when I air dry my hair, it curls up. This is what happens when I flat iron it. You know, you could have a couple different longer brown ones that have just same color but different layering or whatever. So you can kind of have maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 max, I guess, if you're that are all in the same color range, that are all different textures and cuts but similar lengths. That way you can really fool people and feel confident no one will ever know you're wearing a wig. So that would be one answer there. You probably don't need more than that, right? Now, of course, the more you have, the longer will be the preservation life of your wig, right? So, you know, if you wearing the same 1, 2, 3, 4 days a week, it's not going to last you as long. So I guess if your goal is to invest in, you know, a nice set of them and have them last for a year, a couple years, you might want to get 7 or 8. So that's my answer there. If you're purely like me, you have a combination of don't like your hair, you're getting older, it's thinner than it was, you still have it, but it doesn't ever look good, you don't like the salon, you don't go to the salon, you're the kind of person who wants to change your hair, color, style, cut to go with your outfit, your jewelry, your makeup, and you don't care who knows it, well then you can have as many as you want. I think, you know, about the average of what I hear from women who follow me is 20 to 30. And, you know, you do wear them out, you do use them, you know, so eventually you might pass them on or donate them or sell them, then get a couple more. Or you get tired of them, you sell them, you get a couple more. You know, you could keep anywhere from 15 to 30. I have shades in, I have probably 15 different reds from different brands, Priory Coppers to the Irish Reds to the German Chocolates. I have several different blondes, short, long, different makers, some rooted, some not rooted. I have, you know, long brown, I have cherry chocolate, curly brown, I have light brown, I have short, super cute, short, medium, and light brown wigs. And a lot of those, you know, I can still go out in public with, you know, I don't work out of the house, so I'm lucky, and no one really, you know, was gonna see me showing up somewhere with different wigs every day. But I can go all around town and do whatever I want in a different wig every day, and no one would pay attention or care. So I think how many wigs is too much is entirely up to 1, your purpose of having wigs, 2, your budget, 3, your feelings about it. A lot of women have guilt. A lot of women have guilt with wig buying. They may have the money. They may be willing to wear multiple styles and colors all over town and, you know, party it up or whatever, or don't even care if they show up blonde, redhead, brunette 3 days in a row to work. But they have guilt buying too many. Oh, you know, I have 7, I have 10, I have 15, and like buying one more feels like an addiction, even if it's not. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, and I'll talk about that in another video. But there's guilt. It's like buying more of something you don't need just because it's fun. That's where I sort of try to regulate wig wearing for women for fun, fashion, and freedom. Wigs are a part of fashion, like the hair clips you put in your hair, right? Like I have this here. I have which has my own dark hair stuck in. I have this hair scrunchie that has little pearls in it. It was TJ Maxx. It was a set of like 10 of them, and it was probably $25. That's a fashion. It's fashion, right? It's a fashion accessory. I'll put this back in a pony. You can do that. Put Zara on a nice straight pony, or off to the side or whatever. So that's fashion. You know, for some, wigs is a fashion piece, so you don't need to feel guilty if if fashion is your thing and you want to add more wigs to your repertoire. My cat is coming up here. If you don't need to feel guilty. Now, if you're hiding credit card bills and going into debt and secretly hiding them from your spouse, then I can see where that might induce some guilt, and that's something that might be more acceptable in the sort of the wig addiction video. So I would say follow your gut instinct, do what makes you happy. The goal here is to feel fantastic, to love your life, to experience joy, to like looking in the mirror, to having fun, to exploring role playing, and to do what you need to do to enjoy your time on the planet. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will link below the review to the 3 Zara Lites I have below. Please, if you haven't, subscribe to my channel and pass on the word as well. Have a great day.